What is up, guys? It's Eddie here, and we are going to be talking about this thing that Game Studio Vanguard Zero Bushiroad announced at midnight for me, 00 PDT, because I am PDT time. Um, they did it again. They did another special gacha during Divine Dragon Progression, which getting the 10th anniversary gacha during Divine Dragon Progression was fine. You know, it's not a big deal. But getting this is kind of like, here's the thing. People that have pulled on Divine Dragon Progression after pulling on the 10th Annie gacha would probably already gotten everything that they needed from the 10th Annie gacha, or anything that they were missing from those gachas, and there's really no point to pulling during Divine Dragon Progression. Again, now they could have waited until Catastrophic Outbreak, because Japan did get this as well during Catastrophic Outbreak. Now, Catastrophic Outbreak currently right now is a much more value set, because you have Chaos Breaker, you have Maelstrom, you have the Deeply Release, which is always a fan favorite, you have Angel Feather Support, which is so-so, and then you have Blouse, which Blouse are really good. It's another Nova skin high roll deck, and you just reskin the Nova deck and it's the same thing. Look, regardless, my point is that this probably should have been during the next set. Now, I'm not going to bore you with the details. TLDR, it starts March 24th, which is today, the day that this video goes live, in about 6 hours, and it lasts for 24 hours. And then when you play this with 1,000 gems, you'll get 10 plays worth of Divine Dragon Progression cards, which it literally just means 10 plays means that you're just opening 10 packs. It's nothing like special. It's not like, oh, you get 10 plays worth, it's like 10 times 10 is 100. No, you get 10 packs. That's pretty much what it's telling you. And then you get a total of 20 V medals, so your V medals are double. And then you also get D medals that you can exchange for skins, voiced by voice skins of Yu and Megumi. They did release a video in Japan on the Japanese Twitter, and from what it looks like, they don't have any specific unit voice lines, which I don't expect them to have. It looks like it's just the final phase, and then the other emote voice lines, the win voice line and the lose voice line, also like the heal trigger voice line, I think. But they didn't show that. So yeah. So let's talk about like. Right. Also, the D medals that you get from this set, you'll also get double the D medals. So it says right there, D medals are also planned to be available at a later date, but now's your chance to grab twice as many. So you'll get 20 D medals for every 10 pulls, and then it tells you the availability period. And then you can only play it a maximum of 5 times. So if you do your math, 5 times 20 is 100. Each skin is 100. So which means you will only be able to pick up one skin right now if you do want to pick it up. And that's where we're leading into this video. We're gonna be talking about, is it worth or not, and personally, in my opinion, anything that's paid in this game that requires gems, that requires you to use your gems at a time that isn't convenient, which is, by convenient I mean either clan event or at the beginning of the first of the month, whenever the new set drops, is not worth it, in my opinion. This is basically another cash grab thing where people want Bushi wants people to go into the store and get and buy the $80 6,000 gem pack. But that's because unless you have unless you have like 100,000 gems saved up, this is not something that you should be pulling on. This D medal. So something interesting to note about this is that the campaign lasts for 24 hours, but you can't exchange for the skins until April 1st, which is dumb. If they were gonna make it so you can exchange the skins for April 1st, they should have just made it so that this happened during April. I think a lot of people would have been a lot more happier, because it wouldn't have been during the same set. I think from what I've been seeing, people's major complaints is that this is during the same set as the 10th Annie gacha, and people already spend their gems on that. And I totally understand, but technically we didn't have to get this, so we should be quote unquote grateful to Bushi for giving us this. Which, look, if you're gonna spend the gems on it, you're gonna spend the gems on it. There's no one that can tell you any different. If you think that this is bullshit and Bushi shouldn't have done it, then that's fine. You don't have to pick up these skins at all either. Again, it's purely cosmetic, and if you have the money for it, you drop the money for it. So let's talk about the skins, and if you're planning on picking them up, let's say you're planning on picking them up, but you like both characters, but you don't know which character you want to pick up. In my opinion, I think the Megumi skin is more worth it, because if we look at the Yu Kondo skin, Yu's usable clans are 2 Kai clans and 3 event clans. Now, unless you're only exclusively using the event clans, you already have really good skins for the other two. You have really good skins for Kagero, that being Miwa and Kai just got Scarf Kai, and later on down the line during set 15, I believe, during set 15 story, we will be getting the reverse Kai skin for free that can be used for Kagero. I'm pretty sure it's free. I'm not sure if you have to have Scarf Kai bought already, but I'm pretty sure, but people did receive it while playing the story. And then for Narukami, you have Miwa Kai, and you also have Naoki, so you have really good skins already for Narukami and Kagero, and so unless you're playing exclusively these three event clans like Nubatama, Tachikaze, and Murakumo, granted Nubatama's event's happening right now, and Tachikaze is happening, Tachikaze hasn't gotten the third wave of support, or no, the second wave of support. Wait, did they? No, they didn't get their second wave of support. And then Murakumo's getting the second wave of support later. I think in 2 months from now. I don't think this skin is like worth it unless you really love the main character and you simp hard for and you shrimp hard for Cross-Dress Boy, which if you guys saw the anime, we got an entire backstory on that, which was pretty cool. I think the more worst skin is Megumi, because if you look at her clans, Mega Colony, Great Nature, Neo Nectar, and Grand Blue all have very trash skins. No offense to Goki, right? But no offense to Goki or Mai, but these skins are really bad. Like, let's talk about like the clan event skins. Grand Blue got their clan event, their reverse Goki, but you had to spend 3,000 medals on it, which I'd rather buy the packs than the medals. And then Neo Nectar gets the Mai skin next month, but the Mai skin is also 3,000 medals. It's her middle school, I think, outfit. And then Mega Colony never gets a new skin. Kogeki then never gets a new skin, okay? So I think this is worth. And then for Great Nature, Christopher Lowe doesn't get a new skin apart from reverse until the White Day event, where he's featured with Kote. And while that is cool, it does come like 2 months later. It should be coming in the month of May for us, so set 15. And I don't really think that people are going to be playing Great Nature all that much, but yeah. And this is also a perfect skin for if you missed the Aquaforce wedding event, because the wedding skins for Aquaforce were really nice. But people did miss him because a lot of people started playing the game late, or maybe you didn't want to play the game during that time for whatever reason, and which in that case sucks to be you. But this is a good skin to use, or in place of if you have just the base skins and you have the funds. If you want to pick a skin up because you want to pick a skin up for cheap, I would recommend picking up Megumi first. But yeah, and I want to touch on something. I also want to touch on this last tidbit. So this is just a note. It's like whatever, D medals acquired from Bootcamp, whatever. Disclaimer. Okay, this skin this part right here, D medals are currently being planned to be available as drop rewards from future gachas as well. So Japan recently, and by recently I mean literally today, got their second wave of V medal support. Because they got an Overdress Week celebration, and it started today, and it bleeds into the 1st of April. Now they got their Overdress celebration during set 16, which is Diva's Duet, which is the set that's out in Japan right now, and it bleeds into April 1st. But I don't think that means that we can pull Overdress we can pull for the Overdress skins on set 15 either. On set 17, Infinite Rebirth, because if you notice that they do tend to keep things exclusively to that gacha, so it might so I wouldn't hold out hope for it. Something important to know though is that when Japan got this double D medal campaign, right? Japan actually got this, but they got this during set 14, which was Catastrophic Outbreak. Now that the fact that they got it during set 14 and we're getting it during set 13 means that we may get these type of events a month earlier in Japan. So instead of us getting the second D medal distribution during the month of Diva's Duet, we might get it during the month of Brilliant Strike, which is May for us. Now, something important to note about that second campaign is that double D medals aren't a thing, and the skins are still 100. So you will be paying. Essentially full price for them, right? Because it's 100 packs. You have to open 100 packs in order to get it. Another important thing is that they do have different rewards. So we get icons, banners, sleeves, more icons, and then the last one is a gacha ticket, which they get more rewards, and so it might just be worth it for you to get like a banner or the icon if you really want to get the icon. So like say you're a Megumi fan, it might just be worth it for you to pull to pull for the skin now, and then when the month comes around where we do get this, you pull on that gacha, and then you get the Megumi banner, the Megumi icon, and the Megumi colored skins. Or I think those are Megumi colored skins. I'm pretty sure the green ones. Regardless, regardless, Japan does get this later. This is what they mean by, oh, it is reran. It's a reran campaign. That they will be getting them later. So don't let anybody fool you telling you that, oh, they're gonna bring it back later, but they're gonna bring it back later, and it's gonna be better than the first time. And while technically this is better, I don't think that not having double V medals, D medals, is that great. Now, on a kind of side note, these D medals don't expire, so they will be saved even when the next D medal gacha does release. Which means that you can technically pull your 50 packs here, save the 100 D medals, and then when this new campaign comes around, right? You can use your 100 D medals to buy your skins that you want. Not your skins. You can use your 100 D medals to buy your icon or your sleeves or your banner that you want, or you don't even have to use 100 D medals. You only need 20 for a banner, right? So you can just do a temple and save the 20 D medals and get them and wait for this campaign to release, and you'll get and you can just get the banner for pretty much half off if you want to look at it that way. But yeah. I don't think that this is worth for anybody to pull. Obviously, I will always advocate of like, oh, you know, if it's paid or you have to use gems at an inconvenient time, I don't recommend it. So pull at your own risk. Maybe if you have the funds available or if you have the extra gems to spare, then sure, go ahead and do it. But yeah, I don't really recommend this at all. But yeah, that's it for the video. This thing's getting long. This wasn't supposed to be a 10-minute video, but yeah, catch you guys later. Bye.